Hi, and welcome to Glimmer Dog. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your pup. But first, I wanted to tell you a little bit about how my unique program works and why it's the best way to transform your relationship with your dog. We're going to talk about what you and your dog will learn during this program and what the 3 stages of learning entail. Then we'll talk more about the actual logistics of the program, how much it costs, and most importantly, what it earns you and your dog. But before we get into all of that, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Tara, and I live in Marlborough, Massachusetts with my husband, my son, who will soon be off to college, and our 2 very active herding dogs who assist me with this program. I've been teaching people how to have better relationships with their animals for well over 30 years now. My professional work was previously with horses, although I have always helped people with their dogs on the side. 7 years ago, I got the dog pictured here, and she pushed me out of horses and into dog behavior full time. She led me to family dog mediation, which I'll tell you about in a minute, which inspired me to start Glimmer Dog after moving here to Massachusetts 2 years ago. Eva's pretty extreme behavior challenges led me to learn and grow and begin the study of applied ethology, which looks at the behavior of captive animals. Yes, I said captive animals. Like it or not, our dogs are our captives. In our modern world, they have very little freedom and very little ability to express their dogness. This can often cause what we call behavior problems. Many times, these behaviors that drive us crazy are the dog's way of telling us they're going a bit crazy with all the restrictions of modern living. Maybe some of us can relate. As a family dog mediator, I'm trained to use the LEGS model to look at dogs and their people in a comprehensive way, which allows us to formulate a fully customized way to help you and your dog live a great life together. We'll look at learning history, the environment you and your dog live in, the genetics of your dog, and the unique things that make you and your dog each an individual self. All of this adds up to something much deeper than dog training. It allows us to meet needs, build relationships, and then add the skills that allow a big and fun life for us and our dogs. Before we go any further, let's talk about who this program is for and who it's not going to be for. Most of my clients have high energy dogs that are just a lot. Many have had dogs before, but some haven't. But often this one, it's just not like the others. Your dog might be a puppy, an adolescent, or even a mature dog. They might be new to you, or they might have been with you for quite a while. They might have a lot of training, they might have none. My clients are people, ultimately, who love to learn and grow and who want the very best life for their dog and for themselves. I cannot take dogs with a bite history or with big feelings about resources, like the ones who really want to guard food, toys, or people. But if you are dealing with those kinds of issues, please do reach out to me, as I have some urgent care consults available and I can point you in the right direction to get help with those issues. You might be wondering what behaviors this program can help. Well, there's a lot of reasons people reach out to me to help, but here are some of the common ones people express when they reach out to me. Often they will say their dog is really wild, really hyper, can't really relax, might be barking a lot, jumping, humping, chewing everything, pulling on the leash. That's a very common one. Barking, lunging at other dogs or people when they're on leash. Maybe they can't focus, they don't listen. Some of them are really timid or nervous and need to gain confidence. Some of them are afraid of lots of different things. Many seem anxious all the time. Some don't like to be groomed or have their nails done, whether it's at home or at the groomer. Maybe they're nervous. Some are even terrified at the vet or groomer. And often a lot of these dogs get pretty wild and upset if someone comes to visit them at their house. So, um, I you might be surprised that the rest of what I'm going to be telling you about isn't specifically going to talk about fixing these behavior problems. That's because I did hint at this before that my approach looks at that problem as your dog's way of communicating about their needs. Once we give them some ways to have their needs met, give you those skills, give them some skills, then we often are well on our way to healthy, happy behavior. So, how are we going to do all this? What will you and your dog learn? As you watch this little video, you're going to see some dogs just hanging out together, moving together in a relaxed way out in nature. Often we don't get to see dogs doing this, but you are going to learn who your dog really is and what they really need and want. You're going to learn to get curious about your own mindset, about the things that make you believe what you believe about yourself and your dog. And you're going to learn the skills to help you really see your unique dog and communicate with them effectively. Your dog is going to learn how to just be a dog. What does that even mean? Well, it can vary based on your dog's legs, their learning environment, genetics, and self. But all dogs were made to move freely in nature, to use their nose, to relate to both human and dog's body language and respond appropriately. But they'll also learn skills to help them live a great life in this crazy world we live in together. I believe that raising a socially, emotionally, and behaviorally healthy dog is a lifestyle and it takes a village. I'm here to support you and your dog as you grow in relationship with each other and as both you and your dog gain the mindset and skills to live a joyful life together. This learning will happen in 3 stages. First, in the foundation stage, I'll be doing a lot of teaching of both you and your dog and laying the groundwork for the stages to come. Your dog will be learning appropriate social skills, how to calm themselves down when things get a bit exciting, and you will learn how to parent your dog and build social currency with them. In the transition stage, you will be doing more of the actual handling and teaching, but I'll be still there to teach you and support you. By the end of this stage, you'll feel very confident handling your dog at home and out in the world. During the maintenance phase, you will be an active part of the canine lifestyle community. These group activities will help you meet both your needs and your dog's needs for social connection, fun, and exercise. Everything from group socials in our safely fenced forest school grounds to leash walks, brewery hangouts, hikes, beach trips, agility, bike drawing, swimming, paddleboarding, you name it. If we don't have it yet and you want it, we'll make it happen for you. You will have a village to support you when things inevitably get turned a bit sideways for you, and you'll have lots of contact with me to answer the questions that will come up as you and your dog journey through life together. This sounds great, doesn't it? But how will we accomplish all of this? The integral part of the foundation phase is forest school. This happens on Tuesdays, and your dog will learn in a very small group of other dogs for 3 hours. If they come in the morning session, you will drop them off and I will drive them home. For the afternoon session, I pick them up at home, bring them to forest school, and you pick them up here to take them home. Specifically, dogs will be learning to wait at gates and doors with support and release by their name. They will be able to come away from play with other dogs and move away from me when I ask them to. They will be able to relax in the presence of other dogs during rest times, and they will begin to learn how to stay on a station. You will be learning how to integrate these skills into your home life, be learning to exercise your dog on non-forest school days, both on your own and during the canine lifestyle community events, and be beginning to implement at-home enrichment and beginning to develop social currency with your dog. Puppies can start at this stage too. In the transitions phases, I'll start to do a bit less and you'll start to do a bit more. Your dog may continue to attend forest school, but we may also opt to stop forest school because you're able to participate in hour-long group socials instead, and your dog doesn't need as much hands-on time with me. You will be participating in lots of group activities, and you'll have 2 private lessons per month, one at home and one at forest school, at the forest school grounds. You will then move into a phase with only 1 private lesson per month. Your dog will be able to stay on a station with low level and then high level distractions, walk on leash nicely, wait at doors and gates without support, releasing only to their own name, and be able to hike off leash or on a long line. You will feel confident in your at-home skills, consistently be meeting your dog's needs on your own and at group events, have a consistent at-home enrichment plan, and deepening social currency with your dog. Once you reach the maintenance stage, you will need a lot less support from me, but I'm still here to keep you and your dog on track. So many programs give you so much less, but they also just end. All your hard-earned work often only lasts a little while because you don't have the support or the skill yet to keep your skills and your dog's skills practiced. Think of it this way. If you work really hard with a trainer at the gym and then maintain your workouts in classes at the gym, you'll stay in shape. If you drop your gym membership or just stop going, how long will you stay fit? Will you be motivated to keep up your workouts on your own? Most people won't. And that's just for you. When you have a dog, the stakes are higher. Now there is a being that is completely dependent on you to have their needs met, and it's a lot of pressure to keep that up on your own. It's easy to get a little sloppy and lose what you've worked so hard to gain. Dogs don't just stay trained. They need us to continually work with them to keep their skills sharp. And even when they grow into their senior years, they still need friends and fun to keep their life full and happy. This is my dream for you and your dog, to have a place where you are safe and confident and can enjoy life with your village. This is the ultimate goal of the Glimmer Dog Program. Now on to everyone's favorite part. How do we make this happen in terms of the financial investment? Obviously, the stages where you get more support, you pay more. As you need less support, you pay less. When I do more, you pay more. When you do more, you pay less. The first column needs a little bit of explanation. There's a lot of information I need to get to you when you're first getting started. By the time you're watching this video, I may have already launched some great new online course material. If I haven't yet, your program will start with an hour-and-a-half virtual consultation. If the material has been launched, you'll get access to that material and begin to join the weekly live virtual group calls with me, where we check in on the coursework. After you've finished with the course material, you're still welcome to join these calls for the entirety of the rest of the time you stay in this program. You can learn from other clients' questions and ask questions about the current stage you're in. Clients who joined the program in its 2023 version or those who joined in early 2024 will receive the online courses at a discounted rate once they are available. The cost for that initial material, ongoing calls, and our initial online consult is $200. Next, everyone gets an in-home visit, and then your dog will come spend an hour-and-a-half with me at forest school to see how they handle it. Some dogs will not be ready for forest school right away, and we'll work around that by giving those dogs an additional private lesson per week. Once that's done, you'll start the foundation stage, which costs $14.40 per month plus a bit for travel, depending on how far away you live. You can see that information in the bottom line of that table. Your dog will come to forest school every Tuesday and have an additional private lesson for you and your dog each week. Most dogs will stay at this stage for 2 months. The speed you and your dog will move through these levels will be somewhat dependent on your dog's age, previous training, and other factors, but it will also be accelerated or slowed by how much time you're investing in the process. Moving on to the transition stages, the transition plus stage can either have forest school or not, depending on needs, and you'll continue to have private lessons, but now just 2 per month. Both this level and foundation offer unlimited group sessions to support you while you're still learning to meet your dog's needs and you're gaining skills. The transition phase now gives you just one private lesson per month and a variety of choices for group session packages. And finally, we'll move to maintenance, where you are an active part of CLICK, the canine lifestyle community. Again, you can pick your package of sessions. You can schedule brush up privates as needed, and all through the program, most dogs qualify to board with me for an additional fee and retain that benefit as long as you stay in the maintenance program. Also note there are discounts for a second dog all along the program. I know that was a lot to digest. Feel free to reach out via email at tara@glimmer.dog if you have further questions. I'm so excited to meet you and your pup and be a part of helping your relationship really shine. Thank you for sticking with me and listening to this whole presentation. I hope it really helped you understand what this very, very comprehensive program involves. Please do fill out your new client form so we can get you and your dog started. And I will be reaching out to get you either the course materials or to get you scheduled for that initial consultation. From there, we will go on and schedule those 2 in-person events, and then you are ready to go. Welcome to Glimmer Dog. I cannot wait to meet you and your dog.